The following program is a paid advertisement for the 60s Rock, Pop, and Soul DVD collection. Sponsored by TreasuryCollection.com.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
It was the dawn of a new age, a decade of peace, love, self-expression, and self-empowerment.
It's my life.
It was the 1960s. And now, all your musical memories are back for the first time ever in the all-new 60s Rock, Pop, and Soul DVD collection.
Hi, I'm Davy Jones. As a teenager, I came across the pond and landed on TV, radio, and records as one of the Monkees. We lived in the carefree spirit of the 60s, and joining me right now is a lovely singer-songwriter who brought us two of the greatest anthems of the 60s. She put a little love in our hearts and told us that just like in the 60s, what the world needs now is love. Here she is, Miss Jackie DeShannon.
Why, thank you, Davy. What about the flip side?
I'll never wash this cheek again.
And let's not forget about all the hits you had. You made us all daydream believers.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and the homecoming queen?
Yeah. Well, you know, Jackie, I don't think there's anyone better than the two of us, quite modestly, to revisit those sunshine days of the 1960s and 70s. And we're here to share with you the greatest collection of 60s and 70s hits ever recorded. 100 classics from the 60s, performed live by the hitmakers that made them famous.
Come on, baby, let's start today. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love. La 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 la. Sha la 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 la. For today. Sha la 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 la. For today.
Songs that express the attitudes and experience of the American consciousness. And now, for the first time ever, TreasuryCollection.com brings you the spirit of the 60s on 4 DVDs. It's the 60s Rock, Pop, and Soul DVD collection.
Everything turns, turns, turns. There is a season, turns, turns, turns. Oh, the world over so easy to see. People everywhere just wanna be free. This magic moment, so different than so new and like any other. Until I kissed you.
The songs you love that have disappeared from radio are back and here for you on this amazing 4 DVD collection.
It keeps my era of music alive because so many oldie stations have just folded. It's like, how can you just throw away a generation, you know?
Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? Now it's the same old song, but with a different meaning since you've been gone. Something tells me I'm into something. Tells me I'm into something.
To do a show like this and to meet all those wonderful people that we all grew up kind of together. Some of them are older than me, not many of them are younger than me, but you know, we all kind of came into the business in the 60s and they're all still very talented, which is fascinating to me. You know, these are the guys who took care of themselves.
The rock hits, pop hits, folk rock, classic soul, psychedelic sounds, R&B, and the best of the British beat are yours on this all-new 4 DVD exclusive offer.
There she was, just a walking down the street, singing do-a-dee-dee-dee-dum-dee-dee-doo, popping her fingers and shuffling her feet, singing do-a-dee-dee-dee-dum-dee-dee-doo. It is a house,
The groovy sounds you loved and danced to.
to serve with love.
This exclusive DVD set is waiting for you now.
We didn't realize we were recording a huge hit. I just knew we were doing a great song.
Go to TreasuryCollection.com and order the 60s rock, pop, and soul DVD set.
Davy, didn't you ride the wave of the British invasion?
It was more than just an invasion. It was a revolution. Only the weapons were 45s, the kind with great big holes in the middle.
And boy, did we get our kicks from hearing a lot of great, I mean, groovy tunes.
Back with the ecstasy, you and me endlessly grooving down a crowded avenue. Wouldn't you agree, baby? You and me got a groovy kind of love. Do you like me? I can really move. Do you like me?
Along with the British bands, there was a new beat driving its way from the Motor City to our transistor radios. And it's all here for you to relive and enjoy forever on this special Treasury Collection DVD set.
Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, great. History I'll never see again in my life.
Motown became the soundtrack of America, of young America.
High school days.
It just brought back that era of the music for me.
Back then, go-go's were dance clubs and discotheques, not a girl group. While Motown came to your town, the world started to get a little higher and higher with songs that blew our mind, telling our parents we were born to be wild.
I want to be remembered as someone who sang songs that made people rejoice, that made people get up and dance, that made people fall in love.
We've gone through the vaults of the music world to put together the ultimate Treasury collection of hits you'll want to own on DVD.
And let's not forget about the love-ins and the love songs which we all cherish.
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road.
I really enjoyed that. I think I enjoyed that more than any other period in my life concerning the music.
Dance, have a good time, and rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Sunday will never be the same. Let me tell you that it hurts so bad. It makes me feel so sad. It's gonna hurt so bad if you walk away.
On college campuses, there were real-life animal houses where the parties never ended.
We always hope that the audience has half as much fun as we have every night that we go on stage playing all them great old hits. We just love doing them. We never get tired of them.
songs bring back love all over the world. If you dig love, peace, and rock and roll, you've got to have this collection. If you remember your college days and great party songs, you've got to experience this collection for yourself.
You'll be shouting and singing you love the 60s. All these good times and great oldies will be yours to love and share with your family and friends all the time.
Celebrate, celebrate, dance to the music.
Celebrate with the anthems that make your memories. Call the number on the screen now.
So call the number on your screen right now. You need to own this essential piece of music history. The 60s Treasury Collection can be yours if you call now. This is a limited time offer before these classic performances go back in the vault. So now is the time to call, or you can log on to the website.
The power of the words, the energy, the excitement, the innocence of the early 60s to mid 60s, you know.
Go back to town and party down with the hip sounds you love.
Watching these things with people from the past and people who were important in your life when you were like a teenager or going to school or whatever would make you feel really great, and I'm glad to be part of that.
Lou Christie, he was just on. Lou Christie, Gary Lewis, and Playboys, and, you know, goes on and on.
It's nice to be able to see them because when we were young, we heard them on the radio, but we never got to actually see the groups. Show them to your friends, show them to your family and your kids. Kids like them, and out there, they're starting to listen to this.
Our kids, even our grandkids like them.
Everlasting love, soul, and 60s favorites are just a click or a call away when you have this historic set of live music to watch anytime you want to.
They've been called the greatest concerts ever. And now Treasury Collection has put them all together on this incredible DVD collection.
All from one of the most explosive decades ever. It was 1969 and the time of the season.
It's the time of the season for loving. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of
The 60s, or at least the late 60s, I think were a very dramatic shift. You know, we had just like all of a sudden, it's all
Big
over.
growth spurt.
New ball game. You know, let it all hang out.
Whether you call it psychedelic or groovy, many of the hits of the 60s expanded our minds to far out places.
It was
nostalgia. It brought tears to your eyes.
I think about when I was a very young teenager and the songs and where I was at a particular time for a particular song.
One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you smaller. Careless when she was just small. All the leaves are brown.
These once-in-a-lifetime reunions will never happen again. Own your musical history now by calling us for this special one-time price. Go to TreasuryCollection.com right now. You'll have these programs to watch time and again every day of the year if you go to TreasuryCollection.com.
Memories, all the oldies.
Hi, this is Jerry Morse from Jerry and the Pacemakers. And if you wonder, how do we do it? Just ring up.
So ferry, cross the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay.
Where were you when you heard these songs? In a car? At the beach? We were cool. All our cares were gone.
Freedom, joy, love, peace. In the 60s, there were no boundaries. The folk era, it was a time of transition, awareness, and music with a message.
Tell me over and over and over again, my friend, saying you don't believe we're still on the eve of destruction. Yeah, come on. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time past you. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Once there were green fields kissed by the sun. Once there were valleys where rivers used to run. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
We'll never forget these timeless songs. Are you ready to groove again? You'll hear all the legends of folk, like
the Kingston Trio, Barry McGuire, Roger McGuinn of the Byrds, the Chad Mitchell Trio.
Now, these songs will make you fall in love all over again.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You lost that love feeling. Oh, that love feeling.
Meanwhile, the sound of R&B seduced our souls and unleashed the passion in our hearts.
Change the world, what a good thing is found. Ow! I feel good. I feel good. I knew that I would. Come on, you say, I'm a soulmate. Come on, let's go. Hey. Say, I'm a
Now, for the first time ever, all your favorites have come together in this all-new 60s rock, pop, and soul DVD and bonus live CD package.
You know, there are so many memories in this mind-blowing collection. You'll remember the first time you heard these songs and the first time you fell in love. And now, these treasured live performances are being made available at an incredible value.
Just one of these DVDs alone can cost you more than $100 when purchased elsewhere. Here you'll get the DVDs and a free CD for this one-time only special price.
You can't download these performances, and they're not available in any store. They're only available together on this outstanding collection. Now, these songs are mostly gone from the radio, and the record stores are gone as well. This is your music, your personal soundtrack of the 60s.
The only way to get this collection on the internet is to log on to our website and order.
Was the dawn of a new age, a decade of peace, love, self-expression, and self-empowerment. It was the 1960s. And now, all your musical memories are back for the first time ever in the all-new 60s rock, pop, and soul DVD collection.
All kinds of memories. Music takes you back to a place in time, whether you be in a car, in a house, wherever, you hear a song and it just triggers something.
My girl, bum, 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 bum. I've got sunshine, and I can't sing.
This is the world's most expansive collection of live concert recordings ever made of the greatest artists of the rock era. Now, you might have many of these songs on records and CDs, but this is your first chance to enjoy them live on DVD.
Call in the next 4 minutes to order your set now. These are the carefree, happy tunes that set the soundtrack to your life on this 60s rock, pop, and soul DVD package. Call the number on your screen or log on to treasurycollection.com.
I'm a big fan of the association, and their original members are now getting back together and singing for maybe the second time in 25 years, so I couldn't miss it.
Whether it was a serious message or a song about love, the 60s was a transitional time of change that we made happen. These DVDs have been called the greatest 60s concerts of all time. Now, these once-in-a-lifetime performances are available at an affordable price. This is the DVD collection you've been waiting for since the 60s. You'll get a front row seat, you'll fall in love all over again.
You are my special angel, sent from up above. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Don't you know that she's just mine?
Now is your last chance during this special offer for your special pricing and free bonus CD. Don't wait. Log on to TreasuryCollection.com now, before this opportunity is over.
I think rock and roll music itself is a magical music. It touches your soul.
Now, for the first time ever, all the great artists of the 60s have come together to make music history, now on DVD.
You'll witness up close the superstars of the 60s in rare and archival performances, the best seats in the house. And you'll also hear the real stories behind the hits by going backstage with exclusive interviews with the artist. It's a mind-blowing journey back in time. This is the ultimate 60s experience.
In the 60s, there was so much change going on. It was very open. I think people loved that music because it was clear, it was fun, it talked from the heart, and almost every group in the 60s had that kind of feel. And I think that the fact that it could live for so long is a testament to what it is.
Well, Davey, it's been great watching these songs with you.
Girl, look what you've done to me.
Now is your last chance to call in for this incredible offer. And please remember to keep a little love in your heart.
The previous program was a paid advertisement for the 60s rock, pop, and soul DVD collection, sponsored by TreasuryCollection.com.